And not just that, upon that, the blazing duet from the Claude, I think that everything aligns really good for Team GEEK, but yet the draft on the side of Team BURMESE GHOULS is as good.
Well, we're going to find out once again, loading up into the land of Dawn for the last time today in game number 5 here. It's come down to a best of 1 between GEEK fam and BURMESE GHOULS. Who will go on forward in the upper bracket? Who will be sent to the lower bracket? We will find out here. A lot of early aggression.
Don't worry, it's a signature. If you die 7, they'll win the game.
This is the one.
He needs to be triggered. He needs someone to irritate him and to make him feed at some point so he can come back and be as effective as the BURMESE effect that we have been used to see. But Stitch here using the Bruno up against the Claude. This is a matchup that we have seen a lot of times, but again, we see that both of them go for a little bit of a tanky approach because they want to take care of themselves in the early game. But looking here at the Marks, which is actually quite interesting to me, he's going for a penetration, he's going for damage. He's not, like, doesn't he know like the Marks' new meta is the utility one?
Stitch.
He probably does know, but he wants to go for the riskier, more snowbally type build. GEEK fam trying to do the same thing, but with the Claude. Going aggressive now as BURMESE is able to cancel out a dash. Nico with the retribution slows him down. BURMESE flickers out to safety from the mortal coil. And it's still 0-0.
Okay, he'll be fine. One thing I also noticed there from the emblems was Lina's trying to pack some of that damage early on. He has weapon mastery, he has a rupture, he has that penetration, right? Providing some of that early poke, early damage with a Faramis, at least for now, is kind of what they want to play around with, right? Playing into the fact that, okay, we're not going to have crazy amounts of damage early on, but we can scale up pretty well. That's what they're going to be hoping for, especially the fact that a lot of these fights, you're going to have to wait for that RWM, that real-world manipulation, to be utilized and not want to fight completely into it, right? Especially the fact that this is a combination we've seen so much. Eve, Ruby, pulling them into that real-world manipulation early on already.
Marky.
Requiem in the mid lane, Blinks going to get chunked really low. Forced to use the regen as BURMESE dashes forward, gets level 4. I'm abandoned ready.
Yeah, Luke also getting in position here. Still, first turtle of the game.
Fast pass, implosion, combo coming down with the final slash, cancels it out. And now it's going to be I'm abandoned, bringing X back into Whoa, the damage coming down all the other side of the map. It's going to be GEEK fam completely wiped out. All 3 of their members falling to Nico with that triple kill, the rupture, and the assassin emblem doing work.
This is the scary thing of the Martise. That decimate. And the fact that now you got 3 kills. You got the triple here this early on, plus the turtle.
You cannot match that. You cannot match that anytime soon in the game. BURMESE, does he have a flicker? Yeah, he does have a flicker. If he doesn't have a flicker at this given moment, it was just adding one more body to the bodies that Nico have collected so far. Stitch, he have a really good damage at this point, and BURMESE GHOULS are focusing on that top lane. It might be a death push. They might need to take someone, but they need them to step into the bush.
Okay, focus here.
Whoa.
Defended though. Blink should be fine though. Implosion.
Bringing BURMESE back. Tough Boots gets him out in time. Airborne now, knocked up. No further engagement. The boy has rotated. Marky with the steal. The invade in the enemy jungle, trying to mirror the movement from the side of Nico. Meanwhile, Shadow here opens it up, knows where Marky's at.
Okay, so things fall into place here. Yasu.
Yes.
Small lead for BURMESE GHOULS. Item check though, real quickly.
Item check. I would say that having this steel leg pants against the Bruno is a really smart choice by Cadera, but also having the Molten Essence by the Guinevere is also a smart choice because you will not be able to deal any amount of damage. It's all about the crowd control, so why not just when you are near the enemy troops to have this damage that comes with the item called the Molten Essence. So really good itemization so far from GEEK fam. We will get into it more once we get into the game itself, because so far the core items, the DHS, the Demon Hunter Sword by Cadera is being picked up, and also he has some defense. So far we will see, or like not so far, we will see from now on Cadera using his Blazing Duet.
Once again, the jump ins through. Second turtle the battle for it going to be set up here. Shadow, though, quite low. Stitch also.
Very low. Pops in the split, still able to dish out some damage right now onto the back. Nico finding the mortar coil, and now it's getting Marky with the battle requiem in desperation. Now the realm coming down. Luke able to use the vengeance, but it's still going to be mounted by Shadow. And Nico should be able to find a decimate. Once he finds it, everybody needs to start running. A boy brought back another.
Wow.
Nico, is he going to go for more? Running into the enemy jungle. Beloyski brought back by the mortar coil. One last hit. Should be what's left to take Beloyski down, but he's able to get out of that range just barely. The Burmese Ghouls. Snowball after snowball, fight after fight.
This is like the best start you can have here on a Martis pick, right? For any team. Martis, he's on top.
He is on top, and having that damage build right now, I don't know if it makes so much sense or if it was...
I'm offended. Flicker by Beloyski. Gets Cadera the kill. A Blazing Duet committed as well, and this is what GEEK Fam need to do. They need to try to look for plan B.
Even though they are 5 kills to 2, GEEK Fam, but they are still not far in gold.
You're right. How is that?
Well, they're just kind of controlling, you know, a lot of this farming potential. As in just a second, we'll probably look at the breakdowns as well. But for the most part, you know, Cadera's done a good job at getting that extra gold from the plate here, working his way on really kind of solidifying that. There's the golden, right? Look at his, look at the gold for Cadera.
Yeah, he does know how to farm. This guy knows how to farm. Having 4.4k so far, even though his team is so pressured in the mid and the bot lane. And not just that, do not forget that the mid lane first turret is down for Team BURMESE GHOULS.
Nico's got to be careful though, right? Even though he has 5 kills, he's still very much killable. Conceal coming down, looking for a pinch down. But GEEK Fam are playing it really well in this choke point with the help of a boy. Shadow, that slam pass might get him into trouble. Pops in a split, and even a Netherrealm has been committed down to escape. They get a tier 1 in the bottom side of the map, and now they transition over to the third and final turtle of the game.
See if BURMESE GHOULS can still secure themselves the third turtle of the game here. Different course of action from what we've seen throughout the series, but so far, it even looks like GEEK Fam is willing to fight for this. Both gold laners still on the bottom side, so it's going to be a 4 versus 4. How they play this one out. Blink, taking a couple shots. Conceal.
I'm offended with it as well, and a boy finds the kill. Remember, no Netherrealm earlier, already baited out. Beloyski flickers out. Shadow. Slam, pass, onto Luke. Stitch coming down as well, rotating a bit faster. Then Cadera now with the worldie. Bouncing back and forth. Shadow trying to look for another immobility. Onto the side, split coming down. Marky, Requiem to cancel it out. Now a major migration is on final slash, sweeping them into the turret. Nico gets 1. But he has to run away as Cadera finds a tier 1 down below.
GEEK Fam still finding wins here and there where they can. Meanwhile, Cadera just going to continue to farm up.
Blazing away.
Cadera.
On the Stitch, 1 HP. Blink X trying to rotate fast enough. Stitch gets out.
Down to dodge, just fine. BURMESE GHOULS though.
Oh, Marky wants to steal.
Marky away. Shoved back. No, Marky, no, says Blink X.
Yep.
Blink X. Look. Team BURMESE GHOULS so far, even though they have the kills in their favor, but Team GEEK Fam seems to find every way possible, especially, I would say, Cadera, because he doesn't only have the DHS, he also have the golden staff, so he have the same amount of damage, or maybe even more than the one that Bruno can deal. Not just that, look at Martis. He's not only going for a damage emblem or like a damage perspective when it comes to emblem, he also have a semi-tanky build having this Hunter Strike. So far BURMESE GHOULS are approaching a really I would say an interesting approach from them, but again, Team GEEK Fam knows how to farm and knows how to execute their damage.
Yeah, Nico at this point, even the fact that he has the 6 kills, he has to kind of be defensive as well, right? Look at the setup there, Blink.
With Marky as well, finds a spatial migration into the Requiem, and that's going to be enough to bait out another round. Cadera dives in deep onto Stitch to find a Blazing Duet. Nico goes godlike, but now gets poked down. This might be the biggest shutdown, and it's going to the hands of Luke. Lina running away, but gets caught as well. GEEK Fam have turned around the entire lead that the BURMESE GHOULS have built the past 9 minutes.
GEEK Fam coming out swinging in a decisive manner once again, and now the tables have turned as they take down the tier 1 in the mid. Still going to focus down a little bit more. Marky going to get out just fine with the spatial migration. But what a turn of events here for GEEK fam.
It is a turn of events, indeed, but I would say that Team GEEK fam were playing in the shadows. They were there since the start. Team GEEK fam, look at the gold earned by Cadera, not just Cadera, also Luke. As I told you guys, when Luke uses the olive in the way it's supposed to be, not just distract the enemies, but also apply some crowd control underneath that real-world manipulation, and not just that, add upon it the damage coming from the blazing duet. It's a match in heaven when it comes to the build. And look at Cadera right now, 8k gold, having everything he needs. He just needs to add one more damage item, and he can melt BURMESE GHOULS down.
And going back to it, GEEK fam, let him cook. That's exactly what happened. They've reached this point in the game. First Lord now up. Nico, even with a lead that he had early on, he's having a difficult time trying to find the positioning here.
Shadow. Purify instantly by Cadera. Kiting back. Shadow. Split. Pretty desperate here. He dives in deep. He's all alone. He's isolated. He has to be very, very careful here. Going to be chased down by Cadera, who finds all the stacks with
Conceal.
Explosion onto 3! But the real world inflation comes out as well. Marky being able to pop in that Requiem in the midst of it all, but now falls at a desolate Cadera with a blazing duet as I'm offended from Baloy to pull them back into the blazing duet. And now it's Shadow who's running for the hills. Luke finding the final slash in the CC to chain Lina down. GEEK fam has wiped the BURMESE GHOULS out.
My goodness. What a team fight choreographed for GEEK fam. And they're going to cap it off with a Lord here. They are just everywhere and more.
And Lina again brought back one more hit, should do it. Luke dives in, and a boy is on a killing spree.
Oh my god, what was that, GEEK fam? GEEK fam are just finding every perfect spot. It's like a painting. It's like a painting. It's a work of art coming from the Indonesian giants here, flipping everything around, having the gold lead of 6k gold lead after they were behind in terms of gold. Look at Marky now. Team GEEK.
Yeah.
Team GEEK are in the zone.
They've reached that point of the game now, GEEK fam. Very far ahead, confident the way they're moving too. First Lord, though, making its way down the mid. We'll see how they play this through. BURMESE GHOULS, they have the tools they need to defend this one. Again, it is only the First Lord. How will they approach this, keeping things together here?
It's gonna be hard.
Conceal already gonna be used. Turn in the mid lane, gonna go down now. The focus on the bottom. GEEK fam, massive lead here. What is BURMESE GHOULS to do in this defense? They still gotta work it on. Stitch, even with this Bruno pick, having a difficult time making it work. We'll see once again, GEEK fam.
Implosion. On the 3, GEEK fam gonna be able to escape right now. Is asking this migration and the final slash to break the back once again. The blazing duet from Cadera doing a lot of damage right now, and that's gonna be the slap pass, but Cadera is able to pop that BMI in time. Luke dives in. Vengeance 1.
Wow.
Coming down. Getting another. Shadow with a split. Trying to sustain back up, but Cadera's clearing out the way just as fast. The base wide open. Cadera targeting it down despite the change of roster. Once you're a GEEK, you're always a fam, and they have done it 3-2, moving past to the next stage in the upper brackets.
Some might have doubted the changes, but GEEK fam proves the point, moves on to the upper bracket in a great series against the BURMESE GHOULS.